Hello everyone and welcome to episode 12. I'm Gabe and today we'll be heading down Route 5 and running into a particularly unique character. Oh, and stick around to the end as I have a tricky challenge for you. Real fast though, in the last episode, you defeated Bree, the flying type head researcher, and gained another access code. She also gave you access to her ride Pokemon, which let you fly back to Solura City. You pass through the gate to the east and onto the gentle fields of Route 6. You recognize Stakedo, Rhinozy, Fernanto, Primal Blitzel, and Archon traipsing in the grass. But you do spot two new Pokemon. First off, we've got a strange ancestor to modern giraffes. This is actually a pretty recent discovery with a funky name, Discochirex Jishi? I'm positive I mispronounced that, but it's still fun. Their neck joints were incredibly complex and robust, capable of absorbing massive forces, and their theorized headbutting behavior makes for a really nice fighting type. On the whole, fighting type Pokemon tend to be my least favorite design since they usually go for something more humanoid, and we all know how that can turn out. Like, yikes spikes. I'm a big fan of fighting types that don't have to lean on that. But, to further play up the fighting type for our quadrupedal design, I am turning its massive head crests into vaguely fist-shaped mounds. This is particularly fun because it will be elaborated on when this design evolves. Now I pull in some vibrant giraffe colors, which worked really well for the fighting type. And here is Bumpiff, the headbutt Pokemon. This territorial Pokemon charges anyone who hasn't earned its trust. Bumpiff's head sport two massive knotted horns, which it uses to smash through anything in its way. They have a rivalry with Primal Blitzel and chase them off whenever able. Its ability is Mold Breaker, so that means its moves can be used regardless of an opposing Pokemon's abilities. Most of the Bumpiff are busy fighting with one another or chasing Primal Blitzel around the fields. As you continue on, you see a small mound of dirt in the middle of the path, which shifts its weight a bit. As you get closer, it snores and yawns. Okay, alright y'all, it is time to get adorable. It feels maybe a little cliche, but we just have to have a ground type ground sloth. It'll get big and tough when it evolves, but to start off, things are going to be really, really adorable. I knew that I wanted the general shape of the design to look like a little mound of dirt. Also, a lot of artistic renders of Megatherium and other giant ground sloths have a long anteater-like tongue, and I wanted to incorporate that. Though this was mainly to get a cute little yawning tongue sticking out. Yeah, it is so darn cute. I just want to yell about it. Okay, colors felt pretty obvious, but I had more fun with the shiny. One of my favorite YouTubers is Best in Slot. He does a lot of Jurassic Park talk and plays all of the dinosaur games on his channel. Go check it out. But he has an adorable sloth as his channel mascot. So I wanted to use the colors from his sloth to make this guy shiny. Anyway, this is Slothump, the napping Pokemon. This sleepy Pokemon spends the majority of its day snoozing on the ground. Particularly long naps often leave Slothump partially covered with dirt, which it uses to appear as an anthill. Their long, sticky tongues are perfect for pulling leaves off of branches or nabbing unsuspecting bug-type Pokemon. Its ability is Comatose, so that's Komala's signature ability, and I feel like this sleepy little monster should get it. And that means the Pokemon is essentially asleep and cannot be inflicted with any other major status condition. Now, Slothump is just too adorable to resist, and you just have to catch it before continuing east. You climb a gentle incline and come to a small ranch with a beautiful view of Palian Bay. A researcher welcomes you to the Pokemon Daycare Center.
Ah, you must be the other one of Professor Ginkgo's new assistants. She certainly has you two working hard, doesn't she? I know you're getting that Pokédex filled out, but it's like she needs it done by some imminent deadline. Anyway, this is the Pokemon Daycare Center. If you wish, I can look after a couple of your Pokemon and help them get stronger, while you continue your adventure. It's very fulfilling work, though I must admit that I am perplexed. Sometimes, when I have two Pokemon together at the ranch, a random Pokemon egg just appears. I'll have to study this phenomenon further. In the meantime, why don't you take this Pokemon egg with you?
You are gifted with a Pokemon egg. You'll have to carry the egg carefully on your adventure. Looking off to Palian Bay to the north, you can see a research station out in the middle of the water. It's then that a friendly voice addresses you from nearby.
I was hoping to get out to whatever lab is out in the middle of the bay, but the drawbridge in Salur City has been raised this whole time. But I'll find a way there. I know that's where all of Professor Ginkgo's discoveries must be. Let's see who can get there first. I bet I can beat you. But for now, I'd love to see how your Pokemon are coming along. Let's battle.
Grant leads with his starter, which you are able to take care of quickly. Next, he uses his little Eevee. He hasn't evolved it yet, but it is substantially stronger. For his last Pokemon, Grant sends out something that you are fairly certain you have at least seen part of before? Ah yes, the Galarian fossils. Some people hate them, but I for one absolutely love them. I think there's a good amount of people who don't understand the paleontological reference that they make, and instead see them as stupid, ugly abominations, which they are. They certainly are, but that's kind of the whole point. Oh, and in case anybody doesn't know, here's the deal. In the early days of paleontology, there were some individuals who were a little less concerned with scientific accuracy and more interested in presenting captivating fossils, so it wasn't completely unheard of for a set of prehistoric remains to be comprised of multiple species. And so, the Galarian fossils are a wonderful way to play off of that. Now, of course, we are going to have to complete the fossils for our region, and first up is the electric fossil. I feel like we all have a pretty good idea what the rest of this Pokemon should look like. You know, a small Dromaeosaur. And in this case, a Troodon, or Truodon. I was never completely sure how to pronounce that, but they're notable for having great big dino brains compared to their bodies. And honestly, there's not a ton to say about this design. Here is Troazolt, the sprinting Pokemon. A complete fossil for this ancient Pokemon was finally discovered in the Palean region. Troazolt are incredibly fast and intelligent, seen regularly working together in packs to find food. They are very affectionate, but their nuzzles often leave their trainer's hair standing on end. Its ability is Quick Feet, so that means that their speed raises by 50% when afflicted with a status condition. Troazolt's speed is difficult to overcome, but you finally beat Grant. Your Pokemon may be stronger, but Grant has consistently been ahead of you in challenging the researchers. You wonder if you'll be able to beat him to whatever lies at the center of Palian Bay. In fact, he's already gone. You follow his tracks to the end of Route 6 and spy Tri-Town beyond the next gate. Tri-Town? What a strange name. In fact, all of the settlements have had weird names. I wonder if anyone out there can decipher the inspiration behind the location names. If you think you know it, let me know down in the comments below. As a refresher, the locations so far are Camp Raihan, Ordo Outpost, Salur City, Devotown, Mayo Cave, Per Marina, and Tri-Town. I'm really curious if anyone can crack it. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts on today's episode down in the comments below. I've got to thank my friend Brian for jumping in as our researcher who is studying Pokemon breeding. Another huge thank you to Adam for voicing Grant, our rival. He's actually responsible for me doing this YouTube series. He and I were in a musical together, and I showed him some of the beta designs since he's also a big paleontology nerd, and that's what inspired me to do this, so thanks for all that as well, Adam. Anyway, I'll see all of you in episode 13. Bye!